Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. Sorry for this late review for this new album, compilation album review for Atreyu, the Pronoia Sessions Reimagined and Revised compilation album review that I'm going to be reviewing for you guys tonight for all 10 songs that I listened to for this runtime of 36 minutes and a couple seconds. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for the 10 songs by Atreyu, and keep in mind this is a compilation album, so it's kind of songs that were reimagined and acoustic work basically, and very mellow tracks. But overall, let's dive into this compilation album review. Now, Becoming the Bull was a pretty strong track for sure. For the acoustic work that it went for, it's got a lot of interesting moments in this track with just the production, the mixing, and just how the guitar work sounds and some of the beats to the or whatever noise effects they had in this track with some of the snare drumming and all that. It was interesting. I don't know if it was a snare drum or something similar, something that made it sound like a rattle thing, and it sounded really good. But overall, 5 out of 5 for Becoming the Bull. I did like Brandon's vocals, and Mark's vocals were pretty strong too in some of this track. Save Us is a strong track for sure. I'd give this a 5 out of 5 for this one too. For 2 minutes and 29 seconds for this reimagined version, Brandon sounds really good vocally, and Mark sounds good with his clean vocals too. So I'm really digging this song for how it sounds. Sorry about my tiredness. 5 out of 5 for Save Us Reimagined. X's and O's Reimagined is pretty good, but some of the lyrics kind of threw me off a bit. But keep in mind, Atreyu's music back in the day was pretty good, but did have some on the fence lyrics from time to time. I think their lyrical material has gotten a lot better, but it's the sound is what people are kind of criticizing about with Atreyu going a little too hard rock plus metalcore or whatever they're trying to go for with their sound. But I think with this X's and O's reimagined song, I'm giving it a light 4.75 out of 5. It's pretty good, but I have a little bit of a critique with this one. And you get to Right Side of the Bed. This one is a 4.75 out of 5 as well. I'm not really feeling for how the track is sounding overall. With Brandon's falsetto vocals from time to time, it kind of is hit or miss. But execution-wise, this song did alright. And excuse my tiredness. I had a few bowls of ice cream, and it's making me tired now. So, with that being said, 4.75 out of 5 for Right Side of the Bed. Not a bad track, but not a great one. Like a Stone was really good. I really enjoyed this one. For almost 5 minutes of a track, it's really nice. Very haunting of a track. It has a very sad melody from what I listened to. Very haunting too, and it actually worked with the mixing for this track. And Brandon's vocal sounded really good, and Mark wasn't in this track. It was mostly Brandon singing this track, and it did sound really good, so 5 out of 5. Drowning Reimagined is pretty good in its own way. It's one of those tracks you can get through and be like, it's not bad. But overall, execution-wise, it performed pretty good. Excuse. I am so sorry about yawning so much in this video. I'm trying to keep my composure while I do this review, but just the yawns are coming out. So basically, 4.75 out of 5 for Drowning Reimagined. The Theft Reimagined started off with an interesting interesting verse going into a pre-chorus, then it goes into the chorus itself. It's like the chorus comes in with the verse and everything, and it sounds really good for what it is going for with Brandon singing it, and just execution-wise, this track did pretty well in its own way. So 4.75 out of 5. Gone Reimagined is a good song too. Pretty good song. I like Mark's vocals. I'm watching. I'll watch as you disappear. And all that. So, really like that aspect about the track. And just Brandon singing it sounded really good. 4.75 out of 5. Warrior is a strong track for sure. For the Reimagined. Even the original song was really good. From what I listened to. I mean, Atreyu is a very underrated band in its own way. I mean, yes, there is some hate towards them with how they're sounding overall, and I can understand why some critics have an issue with their sound. I personally don't. It's just, if you're going to make a record or a new album, like Atreyu does, you got to at least not release too many fucking singles. At least with this one, they only dropped 2 or 3 singles out of the 10 songs. From what I gathered, it was 2 singles. So at least they were patient enough to keep us waiting till October 25th, which is today. So overall, 5 out of 5 for Warrior. Mary Jane's Last Dance, the Tom Petty cover, the reimagined version. Honestly, I don't hate this track. I mean, yes, there's some creepy vibes to it, but I actually dig this version a lot more. The original Tom Petty version was creepy as fuck. And yes, this track is a little on the fence with some people because of how creepy it sounds and how the music video for the Tom Petty version of it was really disturbing, for sure. But the only thing I like about this track is it's not afraid to actually push its boundaries to what it's going for with the nice acoustic, mellow melody and all that. And it sounds really good. So I'm feeling a strong 5 out of 5 for Mary Jane's Last Dance by Atreyu, the reimagined version. So overall, production, mixing, and execution-wise, I found myself really enjoying the Pronoia sessions by Atreyu. It sounds really good with the reimagined versions and the revised versions. There were a few critiques I had with this record, which was some of the falsettos from Brandon in certain songs, and just its execution with some tracks, with how it was sounding performance-wise through the song. But overall, if I were to give the Pronoia sessions by Atreyu a score, I'm feeling a strong 8.5 out of 10. Pretty good release from Atreyu. Will be on my best albums of 2024. And yes, I count EPs, compilations, and regular albums to my best albums because it's something I listen to through the year and do add it, tack it on as a release I put at the end of the year videos. But overall, excuse my yawning. I hope you enjoyed this album review. I'm so sorry about my yawning in this video. It's just, I get tired sometimes. And I do have to go to bed. I've been doing night shifts the past few nights, and that's why I've been staying up late. But overall, 8.5 out of 10 for Atreyu, the Pronoia Sessions Reimagined and Revised compilation album review. I hope you enjoyed this compilation album review tonight. and thank you guys for watching.